السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أنا علي الغزالي ومرحبا بكم في اللسان. We are still in the fourth chapter. Alhamdulillah, in the previous video we covered the first two dialogues, and today inshaAllah we go through the fourth dialogue. So open your books on page number 86. Alright, as you can see here we have a hiwar, a dialogue between Adil and Faisal. As usual, I'll be reading the hiwar for you. متى تستيقظ يوم العطلة؟ أستيقظ مبكرا. ومتى تستيقظ أنت؟ أستيقظ متأخرا. ماذا تفعل في الصباح؟ أشاهد التلفاز. وماذا تفعل أنت؟ أقرأ صحيفة أو كتابا. أين تصلي الجمعة؟ أصلي الجمعة في المسجد الكبير. وأين تصلي أنت؟ أصلي في المسجد الكبير أيضا. Alright, this is a very easy dialogue, so let's go through it again. Adil started by asking a question. متى? When? متى تستيقظ يوم العطلة? We covered the word يستيقظ means to wake up, and the opposite of course is ينام. So متى تستيقظ يوم العطلة, and we said before يوم العطلة is the holiday or the weekend or the day off. So Faisal answered أستيقظ مبكرا. What does مبكرا mean? It means early. So he says أستيقظ مبكرا, I wake up early. And then he asked him back, ومتى تستيقظ أنت? And when do you wake up? Adil answered أستيقظ متأخرا. So if مبكرا is early, then you can probably guess what متأخرا means. That's right. So مبكرا early, متأخرا is late. And then Faisal asks another question. وماذا تفعل في الصباح? ماذا, what, تفعل, you do, في الصباح, in the صباح, which means morning. So what do you do in the morning? Adil answered أشاهد التلفاز. The verb يشاهد or أشاهد, we covered it previously and we said it means to view or to watch. And of course التلفاز is the television or the TV. أشاهد التلفاز. And then he asked him وماذا تفعل أنت? And what do you do? Faisal answered أقرأ صحيفة أو كتابا. And the word صحيفة means like newspapers or like a journal. أو, which means or, كتابا. Alright, so he reads صحيفة or a kitab. And then Adil asked him أين تصلي الجمعة? And where do you pray جمعة? Faisal answered أصلي الجمعة في المسجد الكبير. I pray in المسجد الكبير. Of course masjid means mosque, and the word kabir, we covered it as well, and we said it's the adjective big. So al-masjid al-kabir, that means the big mosque. Alright, this is the literal translation of al-masjid al-kabir, but this could be the name of the mosque, al-masjid al-kabir. وأين تصلي أنت? عادل answered أصلي في المسجد الكبير أيضا. So أيضا at the end of course means as well or also, right? So I pray in a big mosque as well. And we said previously that kabir is the opposite of صغير. Kabir, صغير. That's right. This is pretty much the dialogue. Now let's check the words that I added on the side. As you can see here, مبكرا, we just said it means early. متأخرا is late. الصباح is morning. المساء is evening. And if you want to greet someone and say good morning to them, we tend to say صباح الخير and مساء الخير, good evening as well. And you reply by saying the same thing, صباح الخير. Or you can replace the word خير with like النور, صباح النور, مساء النور, صباح البركة, مساء البركة. Any good word you can add after صباح or مساء. And then and a similar word to صباح is the word النهار, which means daytime. النهار, and the opposite is الليل, which is night time. So النهار is when you can see the sun in the sky, and that is called in Arabic الشمس. So الشمس is the sun, and الليل, of course, where you can see the moon, which is the qamar. So الشمس is the sun, al-qamar is the moon. Alright, and we said صحيفة means a journal or a paper, and of course kitab is a book, and the jam' of kitab is the word kutub. Okay, as you can see behind me there is a bunch of kutub, not kitab, kutub. And of course أيضا, we said it means as well. Now this is the dialogue. Alhamdulillah, we covered it. I hope I clarified everything. And if we move on to the next page, we have, the vocabulary that we covered, and we have an exercise. You can do it on your own. And then, as I promised you in the previous video, we, inshaAllah, will learn how to tell the time more precisely. First of all, the word time in Arabic is waqt or al-waqt. So al-waqt is time. Now, how do you ask about al-waqt? The most common way of asking about time is to say كم الساعة, right? كم الساعة, which means roughly means what's the time. Now you answer by saying الساعة. You start with الساعة, and then you say الواحدة, الثانية, الثالثة, السابعة, as we learned in the previous video. And then if it's past 3 o'clock, for example, then we use wa. And if it's like a quarter to 3 o'clock, then we use illa. Now, examples will clarify it, inshaAllah. But before we give some examples, it's important to know that the word nisf in Arabic is half, and the word rubu' means a quarter, and the word thuluth means 1/3. Now, we use these when telling the time. So, let's take some examples. If we see in this clock here, for example, now it's الساعة الواحدة, right? It's 1 o'clock. But if I move this to quarter past, then we say الساعة الواحدة و, which means and, ربع, which means quarter. Alright? If I move it to 20 minutes, which is 1/3 of an hour, then we say الساعة الواحدة و ثلث. If it's half past, then we say الساعة الواحدة و نصف. Alright? And same goes with if it's a thaniya or a thalitha. And if it's, let's say it's 2:45, then in this case we won't say wa, but rather we will say illa. So we'd say الساعة الثالثة إلا, which literally means except. So الثالثة إلا ربع, and that means it's 3 o'clock except for ربع, except for a quarter. Alright, which is basically how we say 2:45. And of course, many of you are familiar with the word illa from La ilaha illa Allah, right? We say illa means except. So if I want to say it's, let's say, except for 20 minutes, as in 20 minutes to 4, then we say الساعة الرابعة إلا ثلث, because a thuluth is 20 minutes, right? Now, if it's not quarter or half or third, then you just you tell the number of minutes, right? So let's say it's 4:05. We say الساعة الرابعة و5. الساعة الرابعة و10. الساعة الرابعة و25. الساعة الرابعة و35, and so on. الساعة الرابعة إلا 5. It's except for 5 minutes. الساعة الرابعة إلا 10. And that goes with all the other hours. خامسة, سادسة, سابعة, same thing. And if you want to say the word minute, if you want to say, for example, it's الرابعة و 25 minutes, then you can also say the word دقيقة. So you can say الساعة الرابعة و 25 and 25 دقيقة و 25 دقيقة and 25 minutes. I'm sorry, let me just move away. My naughty cat. So this is basically how we tell the time in a nutshell. And if you want to be super precise, you can use the word ثانية, which means second as well. So دقيقة is minute, ثانية is second. So 1 ساعة has 60 دقيقة, 60 دقيقة, and 1 دقيقة has 60 ثانية, and so on. So this is how we tell the time. I hope I made it clear for you. It requires a bit of practice, inshallah. So whenever you see whenever you check the time, try and just think about it in Arabic, or tell yourself the time in Arabic so that you practice what we just learned. And that should be enough for today's video. Alhamdulillah, we finished the 4th chapter, and inshallah in the next video we'll start the 5th one. And as usual, if you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comment section below, and don't forget to share, like. And I have been Ali Al-Ghazali, and I'll be speaking to you very soon. Assalamu alaikum.